Welcome back to Corporate Corridor. We're talking about the textile industry and what problems the value-added sector is facing in terms of exports here in Pakistan. Now, before going on to a break, we were talking about this particular yarn problem, Rafiq Saab, which Pakistan has been facing. Now, moving on over to the SPP policy and how they are not being fulfilled in terms of freight forwarders as well as shipping lines. Now, you were mentioning there are about 3,000 pending cases in terms of which exporters have not gotten their due share of the goods which they have exported.
You know, first of all, the last of the textile issue, if the government don't do the ban on the yarn, every month 2% employment come in textile sector in value added.
Which will be added every 2 months.
Yes, every month. Right now we have been crossed 12%. In January is going to be 14%.
Okay.
Now I come to the freight forwarder issue. From last 8 years, the State Bank have a rules, very clear rules. If you export the goods, the consignee should be in the name of the bank.
Okay.
The freight forwarder and shipping line, today also, we had been registered 5 cases in FIA already, and it is proven very simple. They change the consignee and without bank release, they release the merchandise. And in the US is a very bad shape market right now. Once they deliver without payment merchandise, misuse of and violation of State Bank is happening every day. It means the money will never come. So many factories are closed down. Every year 2%, this is also effective by the freight forwarder and shipping line. They use malafidely, indocumentally, they change the consignee, their own name, and they deliver the goods. So it's already 3,000 cases in State Bank pending from last 3 years. It's around $500 million. If State Bank want this money, they are the party.
And they have to file a case.
They have to file a case in FIA to get back this money.
And so far you were mentioning you on your own exporters have filed cases with FIA and they've gotten successful results.
I'm very thankful to FIA director, Mir Zubair. He has done a great job. Last year, $16 million. One company is bankrupt, merchandise is delivered. We went as an association level to all the exporters. We took away to the FIA on the subject. We recovered $16 million on record. On FIA record.
From these freight forwarders?
From freight forwarders. So still the things are same the freight forwarder are doing, and the shipping line is part of that subject. So I humbly request to the State Bank, because from last 2 years we are going to State Bank governors. They are not serious. It's a breach of trust. Chapter 6, Section 12. State Bank clear-cut violation. This is state duty.
Okay. Now quickly moving over to you, Kamran Saab. Can you further explain on the violations which are being done?
Foreign Exchange Manual 2002 have been violating by the shipping company and the freight forwarder.
Okay.
The master bill of lading have been issued by the shipping company in the name of the freight forwarder as a shipper, and as a consignee they are changing from the bank to their counterpart in USA. And the house bill of lading issued to us by the freight forwarder. The house bill of lading was lying at their buyer bank, and the goods have been released against the master bill of lading, which were consigned to the counterpart of the freight forwarder.
So basically the freight forwarder holding the master bill of lading is discharging those things, whereas the exporter does not get his money from the bank.
Exporter not getting the money. They are violating the law of Pakistan. The case have been registered in the FIA. The FIR have been lodged. And the criminal activity of the freight forwarder and the shipping company is continuously going on even today.
So what you're asking is the State Bank of Pakistan should also intervene into this, because it comes under their jurisdiction to prevent such things.
Because this violation has been causing the Pakistan more than $500 to $600 million. And every day is increasing day by day.
All right. All right, now Rafiq Saab and Kamran Saab, I just have 1 minute left, and what I would like you to do here is give me solutions to the problem we discussed. Maybe Rafiq Saab, you can talk about the yarn export problem and what the government needs to do about that, and Kamran Saab, you can talk about this SPP policy problem.
I mean, right now the situation I think government has to consider, the time is already gone. They have to ban for a couple of months, restructure. It will save the safeguard to the value-added sector, and the government want to achieve this target for 25 billion. I request humbly government immediately ban on the yarn. It can be improved your exports.
And you can achieve that 25 billion.
Definitely, if the government consider on this subject, they make 2 months, they make this restriction. I tell you, this is a period of 2 or 3 months the government have to, because in Bangladesh, the lady Prime Minister have done she ban and she take out the container from the port.
So
And
basically
always
what
you
you're
can
saying
say-
in seasons which were mentioned, Christmas, New Year, fall, if they do implement a ban, you will be able to achieve your export targets.
we can achieve the fall season.
Okay, all right. And comments are very quickly talking about the problem.
I earnestly request State Bank of Pakistan governor to implement law of State Bank, Foreign Exchange Manual 2002, Chapter 12, Section 11, and Circular 6, 2006. Otherwise, the criminal activity of the shipping line and the freight forwarder will damage us very badly. 25 billion become a dream. $25 billion in 5 years become a dream.
And not only impact the overall economy of Pakistan, which is very dependent on remittances and foreign exchange coming in at
Absolutely.
this particular
The reason for not increasing the export is the freight forwarder and the shipping company.
So they are to be blamed for, and that should be done. Thank you very much, Rafiq Habib Saab, and thank you very much, Kamran Chandana Saab, for joining us today on Corporate Corridor. That's about all from this week's Corporate Corridor. I was talking to the chairman of the Pakistan Knitwear and Sweater Export Association and the acting chairman of the Pakistan Apparel Forum today about the problem which the value-added sector is facing in terms of the yarn export, which policies are not being implemented, as well as freight forwarding problems. We've discussed in length about these particular issues, and hopefully there will be a solution coming particularly soon about this, and we surely will be keeping you updated on this particular problem. That's about all from this week's Corporate Corridor. You're more than welcome to write to us at corporatecorridor@dawnnews.tv for any of your comments or suggestions. Till next week, from Iza and Sohorwardi and the rest of the Corporate Corridor team, it's goodbye for now.